Hello and welcome to this video and to another weekend vlog. I am about to go and take the dog for a walk, but this is the weather for the second day running. So I think we're going to get a bit soggy. For those eagle-eyed people that watch all my videos, which I don't think there are many of you to be honest, but thank you if you do. Yes, I still have a cold in this video. But the talky bit of last week's vlog and this vlog were filmed basically at the same time. So that's why I got cold in both of them. I'm hoping it's going to go soon. But hey, I keep getting wet feet, don't I? So that may not be the case. This is very much an at-home video. We've got some stuff to do, so I'll just bring you along for the chores and the whatnot. Yeah, we'll see where we get to. But I now need to get this coat on this dog so that we can go out and get rather soggy. You ready to be a soggy doggy, Jeff? Yeah, me neither, mate. So I have resorted to glasses for one, because headachy, coldy, just bleh. I also am now in my pyjama bottoms because my trousers are still wet. And we have been out to the retail park. We were really bad dog owners and ran out of kibble. So Jeff had 1 meal without it, and we bought some more. Although tell me this, why is the price of kibble gone up so much? So he's got to try a new, same brand new type of food. That's the aim for him. One of the things in the retail park was M&S, and although I knew they'd be extortionately priced, which they were, I really wanted to try the Peppermint Bark cookies, so we've got a packet of those. I'm very excited. I like a mint chocolate, so we'll be looking forward to one of those later on, which is ideal. Where else do we go? Oh, I had another Costa orange hot chocolate. Love it. Trying to get as many in the season as possible. And then went to Aldi as well. Nappies, but the other bits are upstairs, so I'll show you, because we are the parents that have got things earlier and then keep saying things and adding to it. So I'll show you. Also surrounded by me, I may as well show you this. Eloise made a family tree at nursery, which I think is very sweet. And as you can see, we've got her fireworks on the fridge now. So yeah, she's just gone down for a nap. And I'm not intending on doing a lot, but I do want to sort out some toys. So I'm going to do that. Do you want to say hello?
Hello. Does Eloise want that?
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone else is buying her a tea set, but we may as well take it, and if they do, we can...
Yeah.
If they're getting rid of a tea set, then yeah.
Well, thank you, Adam and Gemma,
Yeah,
for a
thank
nice
you.
tea set for Eloise.
That's an Audi one, isn't it?
Yeah. Wait, this is town without Audi, or it?
Huh?
This is town without Audi.
Audi. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. But mainly I came just to show you that I've been suckered in by the internet into buying extortionately priced cookies. But I've heard very good things and I'm very excited about it. Right, let's take you upstairs, show you that, because that's also where my little things that I bought from Shein, and I'll link that video up here, are that I haven't used and sorted out yet. So that's my plan in trying to do that now. I think mentally and physically that's a job I can do. So I've just realised one of the things we bought in Aldi, it's actually downstairs. They were selling the big potato games for like £4, which is a very good price for them. So we bought the Herd Mentality movies and music one, because I think that'll be more entertaining with my family. But we did look at the Cards versus Gravity game. Perhaps we should have bought that as a 2-player thing for our holiday in a week or so. But we didn't. But really I wanted to go to Aldi because I saw that there were a few things in the middle aisle that I was interested in. So none of the Christmas decorations, although Pete tried to talk me into buying a snowman, but we didn't do that because we don't know where we're putting our reindeer. That'll all become clear when we actually decorate for Christmas. But just walking up the stairs made me really out of breath. But they also had sort of like the little swipey things for the Junior Donaldson books. But I decided actually we probably didn't need that. Although if any of our family members are watching and haven't bought Eloise anything, Room on a Broom looked pretty good for that. They also had these like Disney story time things with like little characters. And she really enjoyed Moana when we watched that, so I went to look at that, but Moana's face looked really like wrong, so left that one. We did pick up the dinosaur activity pack, and this is what I mean by we bought her Christmas presents and now we've bought more. We bought her a Disney Princess Play-Doh thing. I reckon she'll quite like Play-Doh, and this for £4 seemed like a pretty good set. We did and ah about getting the one with the numbers, but I decided that she's got enough things with numbers that we can just go with shapes. So you get 7 pots of Play-Doh and then 9 cutters. It was between Disney Princess and Stitch, and I'm a Disney Princess fan rather than a Stitch fan. So this has like a rolling pin and then like a flower, a star, the Cinderella shoe, that kind of thing. And I reckon she's going to be well into that, but I am going to be the parent that only gives her one colour at a time because I don't want them mixed, because that's how my brain works. So I'm going to work out whether that's going for Christmas. It probably will, let's be honest, or whether we're going to save it for her birthday, but it will probably be for Christmas. Right, let's grab my, I'm going to keep one of these for that dinosaur thing, so it makes it easier to wrap. And let's take the rest of these downstairs to try and, oh that's very backlit, to try and tidy up some of these toys. Still absolutely peeing it down with rain. That's why I'm in my pyjama bottoms, because my jeans haven't dried out from my walk with Jeff and then going to the shops. So yeah, let's go and talk some toys. So this is the state of our like toys at the moment. We are in a stage of, obviously very close to Christmas. Oh look, Pete's coming out on my shoulder. We're very close to Christmas, where she's obviously going to get toys, because I mean we've bought her some. So even if no one else has, we have, but other people will too. So she is getting new stuff, so she's got to cope with what she's got for the next like 4-5 weeks or whatever it is. But also she has outgrown most of this. So I want to try, I need to work out what we want to siphon out when we come to Christmas, because we're not having everything out, because that's going to hurt my head. And hers, because she'll work better if there's a smaller amount. B, need to work out how to keep some of this a bit more compact. Like we've got Duplo blocks all over the place, so I think one of these will go for the Duplo. And C, just generally make this work better. So that is my plan. Are you helping me, or are you just going to sit there and watch me work like you normally do?
What? Sit there and watch you work like you normally do.
I mean, you do.
Just put Eloise to bed. I was waiting for you to come through. You've got Jeff has locked me down.
Yeah, and I've sorted out the dishwasher. I've sorted out the washing.
Lift the camera up and then people will see.
I've
Lift the camera up. Yeah, that's why I'm locked down.
It's the same with this morning. I did all sorts of jobs. Right, this is the current state. We've decided to rotate the toys a bit. The This was all in a box that she was breaking, so that's all now neat in one of these. I've taken out some of the books from here because they're just too small for her now. We will start doing a bit more of a systematic toy rotation, and actually taking away some of her toys that she won't be playing with, but for now we'll just change up what's here and then we'll do an official thing after Christmas when we know what's come in. But things like this rabbit rattle and like some spinners we can take away now because she won't be playing with that. The Duplo has gone in this, so should she get any more kind of Duplo stuff, there's space for it to add to that. I think what we might do is actually turn this mat over, because then it's, let me show you. If we turn this mat over, then it turns into like a road, so that would be good for like her cars and things and different places or whatever. But I think after Christmas the tent's going to come down and we'll use that in the garden over summer.
Can I get an apology for my public dismissal?
I mean, you did sit on a chair the whole time and grumble if I asked you to move.
When she says sit on a chair, I had a job as well. It wasn't like I was just sitting there.
It was only because you chose that job.
No, you told me.
No, I said I needed a laptop and you chose that job. So yeah, we're going to have a bit of a rejig and a rethink how we're going to do it all, but there's no point doing it precisely at this time when she's going to get some stuff at Christmas and her birthday, but we'll do it after Christmas. So yeah, that's at least one thing semi off my brain, but not quite. There's still work to do on it, but it's been playing on my mind for a little while. We sort of had to guess what was in her bedroom, so we need to have a better look at that, and there's definitely books in there that she's outgrown. She likes books like with an actual story now rather than just a picture and dog or whatever, so we need to take those out, make a bit of space, all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, semi-successful. But as I said, there is more work to do later on, either between Christmas and New Year or in the New Year. Probably that one because we're away for New Year's. Yeah, we've been trying to work out what our Christmas plans are. My family are going to come to us here for a couple of days because it's easier for them to travel than for us to travel. But then we are going to go down to Pete's family and spend some time with them. So Eloise will hang out with her cousins and things like that. So yeah, right. Now I'm going to try and work out what other jobs we can do that don't require too much physical movement, because getting out of breath pretty quick with this cold. Right, I've ferried those two. Well, I haven't ferried. I've sent those two off to swimming. This cold just seems to not be getting better, which is frustrating me. I wake up every morning and think, oh, the cold's going. I've got a bit of a sore throat, but my nose is clear. And then as soon as I stand up, it's like it all drains back in, and I'm sore and upset. And now I think my voice is going, and I'm just a bit miserable. But they've gone swimming, so I'm gonna make a pie for dinner tonight while they're doing that. I'm currently listening to Emma by Jane Austen. So many of those characters are getting on my nerves as well. Is it because I'm not feeling well? Or is it because of the narration? Is it the story in general? But I've got a little bit left on that, so I'm going to listen to Emma while I make a pie and then see what the time is and whether I've got a chance to lay down for a bit. Because I'm feeling a bit yucky and not very happy in myself. And I need to be well by Wednesday because I'm going to the Steps musical. Here and Now, is it called? And I don't want to be poorly for that. So yeah, let's make a pie and then see where we get to. Pie complete. Hello, welcome back. It's now Wednesday. The cold is still here, but it is on its way out, I hope and believe. I am just getting my bag together because I'm heading out to the theatre tonight to see The Here and Now, which is the Steps musical. I know I mentioned it previously in this video, which is why I thought I'd include it here. So I'm going to go and see that tonight. I'm excited. I just would have preferred to be well, but there we go. I realised, because I've edited some of this video already, that I didn't tell you what I thought about the Peppermint Bark cookies. Pete wasn't too much of a fan. He said they were too chewy. I like them. I think they're one of the better mint products that I've had recently, but the mint is just a bit too overwhelming, I suppose. It's a double chocolate chickie. What's a chickie? A double chocolate cookie, but you can't really taste anything other than the mint. I like the fact that it's like candy cane, essentially. So it's a bit crunchy, but I think the mint is a bit too overwhelming for it. But I quite like it, but it isn't worth the £3 whatever price tag for 5 cookies. So very glad I've tried them, but I won't be buying another packet. So yeah, I'm now gonna I need to sort of log off work, take Jeff for a walk, have some dinner, and then make my way over to the theatre. So I will catch you after the show, probably tomorrow now, and let you know what I thought about it. So it is the following day. The cold, I feel, is nearly gone, but it's still there a little. So joys for me. But yeah, the step show last night, Here and Now. I should really start calling it by its actual title rather than calling it The Step Show. It's called Here and Now. It's a jukebox musical using the band Steps songs. That's all I knew going into it. I knew it was based in a supermarket as its like location, but I didn't know anything about the story or any of the cast or anything like that. No, that's a lie. I knew the main lady was Becky Locke, but she's gone somewhere to do something else, and it changed before it came to Sheffield. So that's all I knew going in. So I was really intrigued at how they were going to incorporate step songs into a story. Obviously there were some that I knew would be quite obvious, but I didn't know how they were going to do it. And I was impressed, to be honest, but it all seemed to fit. There wasn't anything that seemed massively shoehorned in, except maybe Chain Reaction, but also that was probably my favourite part of the show. I'll come on to why in a bit. Basically following 4 friends who work in a supermarket who swear on a pineapple of destiny that they're going to have like the summer of love and it's going to be great and they're all going to be happy and they're all going to sort out their lives, basically. And from there we go. I'm not going to say too much because I know they're only like halfway through the tour and there'll be other people in my position that don't know anything, and it's fun going in that way. One thing I will say is that I feel like the cast might be affected by my cold, or not my cold, but a cold or some sort of winter illness. Some of the voices didn't seem to quite have the oomph that they felt they could. There was a little bit of, you know, cracking or wavering, I suppose, on a note every now and again. So I feel like the cast might be being hit a bit by some illness. Our main character, Kaz, is played by Laura Denning, I think her name is. And I actually saw her earlier in the year in And Juliet as Mrs. Shakespeare. I can't remember what the actual character's name was. And I really liked her in that, and I liked her in this as well. I think she's a really good actress and is good for this kind of role of, you know, emotional ups and downs and that kind of thing. And Juliet is also a jukebox musical, so she's obviously quite good at pop songs because she's been cast in both of those. The other 3 friends, here is where I have a slight issue. Our younger female was great. I thought she was good. She seemed to go in and out. Like, she obviously has an incredible voice, but then maybe there's just some songs in it that didn't quite suit it. I don't know. Wasn't one of the ones I thought was affected by illness, but yeah, I'm not sure about. I thought she gave a really good performance. It's just I was a little bit confused by the vocals a little bit. Our main character, I think he's probably one of the ones that is slightly ill at the moment. He's the one that had a little bit of cracking and stuff. He obviously does have a really good voice. You can tell that he's probably really good at it. But it's just at points in this show, it felt a little bit too far for him, which is a shame. But again, I'm assuming it's an illness thing, not a casting thing. What is a casting thing is our other older lady, I suppose. I think is it Val? I think is the character name. I couldn't really tell. The other three were sort of high energy in the dancing, and then she just stood out like a sore thumb because she didn't move as well. Her voice wasn't very strong for the duets with like Kaz and some of the other members of the cast. I think her like portrayal of the character was great. Just the sort of dancing and singing part of it felt not as good as the rest of them, I guess. I didn't realise that River Medway was in this cast. For those of you who don't know, River Medway was in season I don't know what of RuPaul's Drag Race, and possibly one of my favourite drag queens on that show ever. So that was a nice surprise when they turned up, and they sang Chain Reaction, which was highly camp and highly funny and just entertaining. I wouldn't say that River Medway has like the best voice in the world, but because of the way that they played it, it worked really well. So I enjoyed that part a lot, and wasn't expecting. So when I was looking at the cast just before it came on, I was like, oh, cool. So yeah, lots of it I enjoyed. It was obviously highly camp, and all of that, which is just fun for your kind of night out. Is what you need in winter, those highly camp musicals. It reminded me quite a lot of I Should Be So Lucky, which I saw just before Eloise was born. And I mean, I'm really glad I've seen it because Steps were a band as a kid that I liked, although I was sat there in the interval trying to work out what songs they hadn't done yet, and I was struggling to come up with them. I mean, when they sang them, I was like, oh yeah, there's that one. But I was struggling to find out which ones. And then at the end of the show, they had, you know, the Steps mega mix, if you will, for everyone to get up and sing along to and dance to. And the group of three next to me were doing all of the dance moves, which was very entertaining. I will say that when you get those kind of mega mixes and you're a solo theatre goer, they're probably the most awkward part of it because you're standing there and you're clapping, but as much as I wanted to also join in with like the One for Sorrow dance and stuff, I didn't feel I could because I was on my own. So yeah, enjoyed it a lot. I know it's still got quite a bit of time going on its tour, so if it comes near you, I would recommend seeing it, certainly if you are a Steps fan. It was a good fun. What wasn't good fun was standing at the bus stop for 10 minutes in the absolute freezing cold because it's gone very, very icy around here this week. But hey, needs must. I had to get home, so that's what I had to do. On that note, I'm going to end this video here, so if you've enjoyed this vlog, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please go ahead and click that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!